Hello everyone, this is Mr. DFX, CEO and founder of Beast Trading Software. I hope you guys have had a successful week, a profitable week. It has been quite an exciting week, a lot of activity in the markets this week, and thanks to the Beast Super Signal, we did manage to capitalize on a lot of this movement and catch a lot of signals and make some very good profits. So I'm going to jump straight into the video. I've got a lot of pairs to show you, a lot of signals that were generated by our indicator, the Beast Super Signal. So I'm just going to jump right into it and show you what's been happening this week. First of all, I just want to show you the indicator settings itself. In this video, the settings that have been used are the default settings. The only thing which I've done is increase the bars to calculate. This is just to increase the history of the signal. So it's basically going to look back the last 1,000 bars instead of the default settings, which is 500. This is just so that I can show you more history of the signals that we've had this week. But otherwise, the default settings have been used or are being used for this video. All right, so let's jump right into it. The first chart we're looking at today is the Australian dollar and Swiss franc on the 15-minute chart. You can see we had quite a few sell signals that were generated due to the activity, and all of them did hit a very nice take profit with actual minimal drawdown. You can just see here there was hardly any pullback causing any kind of significant drawdown. So these were some really nice signals which we managed to catch on the 15 minutes time frame. Jumping next into it, we have the Australian dollar and US dollar. Here we're on the H1 chart. Quite a bit of activity this week on the Australian dollar and the US dollar. Looking back, this is actually looking back into a couple of weeks ago. We had a fantastic sell signal here. Here we had a buy signal which did initially go into profit. If you didn't take profit on this, it would have then pulled back and it would have hit stop loss. Here we had a losing signal. Here we did have a buy signal which didn't have a little bit of pullback before completely going into a very nice profit. This would have banked you a very good amount of pips. Then going into this week, we had two fantastic sell signals here, no drawdown whatsoever. I mean, these signals, yes, hitting take profit fee, the pips are not that many, but if you had trailed it, you could have banked, how many are going on here? Going over 150 pips on these two signals. That is just incredible. Okay, next pair we're looking at is the Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. On the 15-minute chart, we did have a buy signal here. There was a bit of a range going on. Not much happening this week with this, a bit of a range. But then eventually it did go up and it did hit a nice profit before we got two more signals. This first sell signal possibly could have hit a stop loss depending how tight, but the second sell signal went into a nice profit. So overall, some pretty good signals here on this pair as well. Then we have the euro and Australian dollar. A lot of activity this week on the euro. Obviously, we had some euro news a few days ago, and we did manage to capitalize very nicely on this news event. We caught a fantastic buy here, went into a very nice profit, over 70 pips. A very good sell signal here. We caught another sell, and then we caught a very good buy, which just completely ran and smashed through. Next pair, we are looking at the euro and the pound. On H1, here we caught a very good reversal. You know, I'm not sure how many of you have been following this pair, but this pair has been trending for weeks and weeks, and we managed to catch it as it started to turn. We've got a very good sell signal here, counted a lot of pips, and then again the pound started to reverse again. Unfortunately, this pair we got this signal. Unfortunately, we had, due to that euro news, it did take out a stop before actually going into profit. You know, unfortunately, well, as you all know, the Beast Super Signal is a technical indicator. It uses technical analysis, and any news events, of course, you can't account for that. So even though technically the signal, as you can see, that the signal is correct, it did analyze correctly, and it was correct due to a fundamental news event. It did take out the stop loss, unfortunately. You know, we have no control of this. We have no control over news events and what it could do. So, but technically, this was an accurate signal. Next pair we're looking at is the euro and yen. Same thing again. We managed to capitalize on that Euro news event. Here we had two buy signals. We had a sell which got taken out by the initial spike, but we did manage to catch a good buy signal, and that just took off completely. Then we had a sell signal which did hit stop loss, but then on this next sell we did catch it and managed to catch the reversal of this. So overall we did catch quite a few good signals on this pair. Now on this, looking at the same pair but on the H1, and here we did manage to catch two good sell signals after that Euro news activity, and these pairs have got into a very nice profit at the end of this week. Now, the most actively traded pair in the Forex markets, we have the Euro Dollar. Here we're on the 50-minute chart. We did have a buy signal earlier this week. Unfortunately, it didn't really go our way and would have taken our stop, but due to the Euro news, we managed to catch it on the reversal, banked a nice amount of pips, caught two buy signals, then two sell signals, and these two sell signals, we've just been riding it all the way down, banking a nice amount of pips. Still on Euro Dollar, but we've moved up onto the H1 chart just to show you a few signals on the higher time frame. We did have a good buy signal here, a bit of a drawdown, but did go into a profit. Then we had two sell signals which hit profit. Actually, I think just looking up, we might have just actually hit our stop loss on this pair, unfortunately, before going in. Then here we had a very nice sell signal, no drawdown whatsoever. This pair just went straight into profit, banking a nice amount of pips on H1. Next pair is the pound and Canadian dollar. This has really been a really good pair this week. If you've been trading this pair this week, you could have really made a good amount of pips. Looking back first, we had a very nice buy here, just completely smashed to take profit. Two good sell signals, another good buy signal. This sell signal didn't go our way, but the next sell signal, it went completely our way and went into very good profits. This has been a very nice pair to trade this week. Next pair we're looking at is the pound and US dollar, also a very active pair. We had a buy signal here. It went into a little bit of drawdown over here, but it wouldn't have taken out our stop loss, and then went and took a nice profit. This signal here didn't go our way, but the next sell signal, same like the Euro Dollar, went into a profit, and we just smashed it for a good amount of pips. Next pair we're looking at is the New Zealand dollar and Canadian dollar. Just off the chart here on M15, we had a good sell signal here, banked a nice couple of pips before the reversal. Then here, the next sell signal we caught had a bit of a drawdown going into it, but didn't take out a stop, and we managed to capitalize on this pair as well. So this was also a fantastic sell signal. All right, the next pair is the New Zealand dollar and US dollar on H1. Here we had a buy signal. It did initially go into pretty good profit, but it did take out a stop. Then we had a buy signal which caught a good move there. You can see it caught a very nice move. Here we had a sell. It didn't go our way, but the next sell signal we had, that just went into straight profit. So another good signal there. The next pair we're looking at is the US dollar and Japanese yen on H1. Here you can see, guys, this was also a very nice pair to trade this week and in the last couple of weeks, actually. Here was a very good sell, another good sell. Could have locked in some nice profit before it turned. Here we caught a good buy signal as well, banked a good amount of pips, and this is the sell signal, the buy signal of the week. This pair just took off straight away, and we managed to run with it completely and bank a very nice profit on this pair. All right, the last pair I'm going to show you, jumping straight through, is gold. So trading gold this week. First one, we're looking at the 50-minute chart. Gold has been pretty good to us this week as well. Caught a pretty good buy signal, managed to bank a few pips before unfortunate reverse and would have taken an actual stop. Then we caught two good sell signals. This would have gone into very nice profit. Another good sell signal here. Here we had a buy signal. Also, it didn't go our way, unfortunately. And then the last signal we had was a very nice buy, which we managed to take a good profit. Here we have gold on H1. So looking back further into the last couple of weeks, as you can see, fantastic sell there. We managed to catch some good buy orders, took out our profit, another good sell signal, and here another good sell signal as well. So gold has really been good to trade for us this week with the B Super Signal indicator. But guys, that's it. Just a couple of highlights of some of the active trades we had this week. You know, as I reiterate in every video which I make, the B super signal is not the holy grail. It's not a miracle indicator. As you can see, you know, we do have a couple of losing signals here and there. Unfortunately, that is out of our control. This is a technical indicator, and there are going to be some times that it's wrong. It's completely normal. Just like everybody, you know, sometimes we are wrong in our analysis. Sometimes the indicator is wrong. But overall, generally, this indicator is around 70% accurate. And depending on the pair in that, it can even be higher than that. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. If you'd like more information on the B Super Signal Indicator, please visit our website in the link below. You can also check us out on mqr5.com, the largest Forex website in the world. Our B Super Signal Indicator is actually ranked on the top page of the indicators, so it is ranked amongst the top best indicators on the Forex market. If you like your information, check out the link below, visit our website, comment below, send us an email, and we'll be happy to assist you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Cheers for now.